What are the differences between the past tense and the present perfect tense? Let's use the verb live. Here it is in the simple form. This is the past tense, and this is the past participle. I lived there for 5 years. This verb is in the past tense. The activity is finished. So this is 2025, and here is 2020 and 2015. I lived there for 5 years. This is finished. It's in the past. If I say I have lived there for 5 years, the activity is still true now. Starting here in 2020, going up to 2025, I have lived there for 5 years. I lived there for 5 years. This is finished. It happened between these two periods of time. And I have lived there for 5 years. This goes back to some time in the past, and it's still true today. These two verbs look the same in the past tense and as a past participle, but this past participle is used with helping verbs have or has. The verb lived is in the past tense, and if you put this into the negative or form a question, then use did. Here's the helping verb, here's the simple form. These both make the past tense negative or a question. When forming the present perfect tense, you always use have or has, and then the past participle. We use this for questions, negatives, and affirmative statements. He worked there 30 years. Here's the past tense. He has worked there 30 years. Here's the present perfect tense. What's the difference between these two sentences? In this sentence, he is no longer at the company. His work is finished. In this sentence, he's still at the company. He's still at his job. He has worked there 30 years, and perhaps he'll continue to work there. In both cases, you could add for. He worked there for 30 years, or he has worked there for 30 years. But if you use since, and then going back 30 years, he has worked there since 1995. She didn't leave yet. She hasn't left yet. Both statements have about the same meaning. Here, didn't leave. This is the helping verb, did, and the main verb, leave, is in the simple form. She hasn't left yet. Here's the helping verb, It's has because of she, and the main verb is in the past participle. In the past tense, the verb is left. This is not negative and it's not a question. If I put this into a statement, she left. If I put this into a statement, she has left. For both of these examples, the meanings are about the same. This is clearly in the past, she left, and this is also in the past, but it sounds like the recent past, as if it has just happened. She has left. You can also contract these two words and say, she's left. You have to be careful when it's in the form of a contraction because this might sound like this, but still the meanings are about the same. She's left. She left. Here's the past tense. Here's the present perfect tense. Here's the verb have in the simple form, the past tense, and the past participle. In this question, did you have breakfast? This is in the past tense. The helping verb is did. It's used with simple form for the verb. This one here. Have you had breakfast? This sentence is in the present perfect tense. Here's the helping verb, have, and this is the past participle. The past participle is the main verb. Both questions mean about the same thing. Sometimes it doesn't matter if the question or the sentence is in the past tense or in the present perfect tense. The meaning can be about the same. The difference is that this is clearly in the past. This question is also asking about the past, but it's in the present perfect, which means that the timeline goes from the past up until now. Have you had breakfast? This question might be asked early in the morning. It's still early at 8 o'clock. Have you had breakfast? And this question perhaps would be asked later on in the day, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or in the afternoon. Did you have breakfast? Here's the verb be in the simple form. In the past tense, was or were, and the past participle is been. In this sentence, it was here yesterday, and now it's not. Now it's not here. In this sentence, here's the present perfect tense. It has been here since yesterday. That's when it, whatever this is, arrived. So this is now, and this is yesterday. This is when the thing arrived, starting here, and it's still here now. If I say it was here yesterday, that's this time, and now it's gone. It's not here. Sometimes you'll see the present perfect and the past tense in the same sentence. I have been very happy with my car since I bought it 3 years ago. Here's the timeline, and here's the verb be. It's have been. Here's the present, and this is 3 years ago. So if this is 2025, this is 2022. And since this time, since I bought the car, I have been happy. It goes from here up until the present.